Well, welcome back everyone to another session of Sharky Plays Minecraft. It is another week and we are back here once again for a little bit more of modded Minecraft, a little bit more Skybees. And if memory serves, at the very end of last session, we managed to craft ourselves up some where is it? I'm trying to remember what it was called. Yeah, we managed to craft our way up through the extended crafting sort of series of things, and we got ourselves an ultimate crafting table, which we promptly used to create a bunch of these. And by a bunch, I mean a couple of these storage drawer upgrades. I believe I've stuffed them in these drawers here. Some of these ones here. Yeah, your creative storage drawer upgrade. I'm noticing I can't take them out, which is a little bit surprising and possibly troubling. Trying to check what's the lowest. Looks like that one's the lowest. Yeah, I can't seem to take that out, which is real unfortunate. I guess I put that in last session without really thinking about that. Hi in the chat there. Timmy ain't it 100. Thanks for tuning in. We're just getting ourselves underway. I'm just trying to remember what we got up to last session and what the plan is this time. I was just saying we just made ourselves a creative storage upgrade, or a couple of those right at the very end of the last session, and I think, and I might be remembering incorrectly, I think I started making, yes I did, I made a single quantum singularity, or well, the lapis singularity at least. The ultimate singularity needs one of everything, but we got ourselves one of those, which was great. So we basically want to be able to try and get a bunch of those for everything. But the real goal is, right, once we get a bunch of these singularities, we can make this ultimate singularity, and we can make this creative vending upgrade. That's going to basically just break open the entire pack. It's almost as good as creative mode, but actually craftable within this mod pack. So that's kind of like the ultimate goal here. And what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 4s are 24. 24 ultimate singularities. So that's 240,000 of everything. 240,000 iron, emeralds, diamonds, so on. You know, well, we're sort of on our way there. I mean, that's 24,000 iron. That's kind of nowhere near. But it's what? It's 10,000 of these goes to one quantum singularity. But yeah, once we get 240,000 of everything, then it's going to be nuts, right? We'll be able to start making everything. Should be noted, of course, we have loads of stuff here in its unrefined form, so I guess we should be sending a heap of stuff just through here. Well, we already are sending lapis through. But yes, we should be sending a heap of stuff through the centrifuge just constantly in order to start getting up towards that point. What I was hoping to do, because of course, as I say, we're going to need heaps of these creative storage drive things, upgrades, in order to make one of these. And I feel like I've kind of wasted these by putting them inside these drives now. And I can't seem to take them out. So normally when I put in a drive upgrade, and I don't have an emerald one to test this out. Okay, that's fine. I can just make an emerald one real quick. So just a standard draw upgrade. sticks, 2 emeralds. Let's just get a heap of stuff out. Get a bunch of those. 2 emeralds. Was that 2? That was only 1. Okay. Let's have a little look. Have we got a heap of wood left over here? I feel like we do. Yeah, there's like birch planks here and random odd bits and bobs everywhere. One of these days I'll actually craft a computer and we'll stash some of this stuff in better places. But for now, let's see. How do I even make? I've already forgotten how to make one of these. That's right. Yeah, 4 chests and 5 slabs. I'd forgotten. There's the slabs. Let me just move that down there. Okay. Well, of course, there's 1 chest. I suppose I've got any just spare chests lying around. I think I used them all up. Yeah. That's right. I'll just make a couple. That's 1, 2, 3. Momentary lag just there. Just give me a minute whilst the game attempts to unfreeze. It's not ideal. Waiting. It's not a good start to the session if we're only, what, 7 minutes in, and we're already going to get our first hang. Alright, well, while that's crashing, give me a moment. I will be back in a sec. Let me just pop that up. There we are. Please bear with me, guys. I will be back shortly. Okay, I am back. Thank you, everyone. It looks like, in the time it took me to do that, we have uncrashed, which is great. Let us... There we are. What was that? Spice rack. Huh. let us make this this emerald upgrade that we were trying to make. And what have I done? What have I done? Yeah, that's not what I was trying to do at all, was it? Yeah. I'm forgetting how this works. Alright. Need another 6 sticks again. There we go. Okay. So, my concern was that I was somehow unable to get this back out of these drawers. Right? If I put this in... Oops, not that one. That one. No, not that one. That one. I can take that out. Can I take that out? No, I can't. So, quite unfortunately, all of these creative upgrades are just done for now. They're just clogged. Which is kind of annoying. But I guess that just means we have to craft them all over again. In order to make these, right, the resources are fine, it's the wood. The wood costs for sticks and the storage drawer templates and things like that. That's the insane thing, right? And I did a little bit of looking into some things off camera over the last week, and I have determined that it really is industrial foregoing. That's where we should be heading in order to get our wood supplies and things like that. Where are we? Is pity machine frame the start? It really is. Yes. And that heads us to Dissolution Chamber, which seems to be a fairly important hub kind of thing. Add-ons, very important. Simple machine frames, advanced machine frames, mob crusher, material cement factory. None of them in here actually talk about the one I'm looking for. It's interesting. What I'm looking for is these things: plant gatherer, plant sower, plant fertilizer. At least the sower and the gatherer, right? So the problem is it's going to take a bit of work to get to these. Like, this is how you automate the planting of trees and the cutting down of trees and things like that, right? We need gold gears. All right, well, we can handle that. We've got the metal press, so that's not such an issue now. We need plastic. Well, plastic is cooking up dry rubber. All right. Dry rubber is, of course, 9 tiny dry rubbers, and they are outputs of the latex processing unit. I mean, otherwise we get rubber bees. But of course, let's see how this goes. We need rubber bees, and of course, for that we need steel and slime. That's fine. We can easily breed ourselves a rubber bee. Oh, they just pollinate on oak logs. Ah. Well, now that's interesting. Okay, I thought I was going to have to make a latex processing unit, which of course requires the pity machine frame. I'll get to that in a minute. And yeah, the only thing the latex processing unit does is get us tiny dry rubbers. Well, I think I can shortcut that now by going straight down the bee path. Really? If they just take oak logs, actually though, that's going to be a slight pain, right? Because they're going to get attracted to the walls. Not to mention the fact that I'd have to make a whole nother apiary just to put these bees in. I mean, I could do this one down here, but look, realistically, I might as well just make the latex processing unit at this point. We're not going to need that much rubber, surely. We just need enough to get these 2 plastic to sort of get us started. But the pity machine frame, yeah, that's going to require a little bit of stuff with Britannia. The Runic Altar. Mana Pearl, Mana Diamonds. Yep, that's just chucking them into there. That's fine. So we've got to work out how to use that and just make ourselves pity machine frames. It's not too bad. Problem is it requires mana. So we've got to deal with that. But that's something that we can handle. Plant Sower. Very similar recipe. Plant Gatherer. Pity machine frame again. Just need plastic and pistons. I don't know that we're going to be using the fertilizer. Simple machine frame. Oh. Well, the Dissolution Chamber, and we've got to make that anyway. That's something that's happening. It requires power. Dissolution Chamber also requires the pity machine frame. Gears, more plastic. And what can we do with the Dissolution Chamber? Right, we can make lenses. Oh, there's how we get the pink slime ingots. Okay. Of course, yep, here's how we get various refined storage parts and things. What's this here? I'm not seeing it ever fill up with anything. Oh, but we're putting liquid into these things here, aren't we? Oh, and that one wants honey. Wow, latex, yeah. Okay. Yeah, latex, right. So, fluid extractor. Yeah, okay. All that's coming back to me now. Acacia log. Average numbers aren't real numbers, wow. That's interesting. Alright. I mean, the real question is just how much wood is this going to take us, and is it going to be ridiculous for me to just try and craft one of these things myself, just in the time it's going to take to get all of these? Well, I've automatically got enough wood to do all this. I did some maths last session, and what were we talking when we were talking about wood? It was something like, I remember something like 3 stacks with 5 left over, but then we had to triple that. It was something like 9 stacks with 15 left over. And we did all sorts of things. I really should have gone back and checked what I did. 9 stacks of logs, that's a lot. It really is. I feel like, as much as I want to just rush straight to this, I think we have to start getting some sort of tree farm going to get loads of wood coming in, because this botany pot business, it's just too slow. I mean, yes, I know I could make like a whole field of botany pots, but really, it's not going to cut it. In the meantime, let's think about sending some of this stuff through the centrifuge. The thing that I should be kind of conscious of, I mean, it's good now that I've got these upgrades in here, even though I've sort of wasted them, because these can just start filling up to the 240,000 of everything. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of maths and just sort of think through how full these things can get, because we worked this out before. It's 128 stacks per drawer, and we determined that when it talks about 128 stacks, that's 128 stacks of the blocks. Alright, so that's 128 lots of 64 of those. Now, if you'll bear with me for a sec, whilst I do a little bit of calculating here. That's 128 lots of 64. Yes, it was 8,192 stacks. Just why, yeah, we needed the upgrade there to get to set to 19,000 stacks, right? 8,192 stacks, and the same thing in these. These can have 8,192 of the honeycomb blocks. And some of them are getting there. Some of them are like at 6, high 6s, almost at 7. Which means I really need to be putting some upgrades in here so that these things don't clog out on me. Because they will, eventually. We'll get there and they just will. So I need to put some emerald upgrades in these, just to get these things going. But I need to start sending some of this into the actual centrifuge. But the rest of these are fine. In terms of upgrades and things like that. So if it's 8,192 and one of these emerald upgrades increases storage by 32 times that, so we're looking at 8,192, and I'm timesing that by a further 32, 262,144. So 260k, let's say 260k. All right, of blocks, which is more than enough because 260k blocks. You times that by 9 to get back to the ingots. So that's over 2 million of the ingots. So that's heaps, that's plenty. So let's just make a bunch of these and just start putting them in everything. I mean, we need 9, 18, 27, 32, well 35 really. But we should make up just loads of these. Let me get out heaps of this and just start thinking this through. So every one of these, let me just save those. So every one of these requires one of those. And 4 of those come from, so 4 chests can make 4 of those, which can make 4 of those. So that's 8. So yeah, we only need what, 34 chests, 30. Well, yeah, 32 chests. That'll do. That's nearly all of them. Gonna need more logs again, though, of course. There we go. 36 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 9 lots of the recipe. So once we run this through, 5 9s are 45. So I'm going to need 45 of those. That's good there. Okay. I mean, I've already got 3 there, but so in fact, let me go short. Alright. And I'm going to surround this by sticks. And I'm going to need so many sticks to do that. I mean, what was that? That was half a stack there. There you go. There's a full stack. Surround that by sticks. That only does 8. So that does 24. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I even thinking? making that many drawers. So every one of those makes 4 upgrade templates. I knew that. I only need one of those per thing. So we only actually need 35 of these. There we go. So all those are useless extra drawers now. Alright. So I guess 3 more, so that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 36 of those. No, 18 of those, but good enough. Okay, well, there we go. So now we can just load these up, and we don't have to worry. Can I just do that? Let's check that that's working as intended. Yeah. Oops, don't put 2 in the same one. That's not as intended. There. And yet I already had one in there somehow. Great. Look at that. I should have more in some of these, but that's all right. Let's just put them back there for now. Stash that one there. Bunch of extra chests. Just put them there for now. Right. That's all completely done. So I'm thinking, seeing as though there's so much headway made on lapis already, why don't I just keep doubling down on lapis and just cram it completely full with lapis. There we go. Just endless lapis going through. That's doing fine for power. Yeah, of course. And if we go and check that out, yep, look at that. 176k. And up it goes. 177k, yep. Great, okay. Well, we're going to have enough lapis for all the lapis singularities soon, but of course that's only one of them. We just basically need time for the rest of this to tick over, which means we need to be heading down industrial foregoing. Pity machine frames, plastic requires the latex processing units. The latex processing unit also requires a pity machine frame. So it looks like all this is happening. We are heading into industrial foregoing. I just want to check progression. Yeah, Britannia gets the pity machine frame request, opens up the industrial foregoing. Yeah, okay. So heading to Britannia. I'll just check out. Yeah, see, so there actually is. Yep. Runic Altar, then Pity Machine Frame. And so on. So, yeah. Let's talk about the Runic Altar. That's right, 5 Living Rock and a Mana Diamond. Now, there we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get out a diamond. Whoops, not 2, just 1, please. Not 2, just 1, please. Thank you. Let's see how much mana there is here. I'm sure there's probably heaps. There we go. Feeling a bit hungry. Let's have a burger. And let's get some more burgers out. 372, nice. Great. So, Runic Altar. Perfect. Now, to work out how this thing works. Okay, so Pity Machine Frame. Right. We're going to put all that. Do I have to do that in that order? Can I just put them on, 4 logs, 4 iron, and 1 block of redstone? I can see that this requires mana, which means I need to mana spread to it. Alright, let me Pity Machine Frame. Mana pool, can I... there's a thing I can do. I think it's called a spark. Spark. Let me get my Britannia book out. Just do a bit of light Britannia reading. There you are. Lexica Britannia. So, yeah, mana manipulation, definitely. So you got your mana spreader. Yep, spark. No, so only a few specific mana containers of mana accepting block, no mana pools. Yeah, will allow the ladder to access the former's reserves on demand. So it's kind of like a wire. Wires between batteries. Yeah. Sparks can be done with different colors. And they will never interact. What was that for? Okay. So... Right. That doesn't seem so bad. Spark. Just any Britannia petals, gold nugget, and blaze powder. But before I go jumping ahead and making that, I really should do it through the proper quest chain thing. And it wants this terrestrial agglomeration plate. Oh no. Oh no. No. Because they require the Runic Altar. Okay, no, well, it looks like I'm doing this out of order. Okay, definitely. Let's make 2 sparks. So that's going to require 2 of each of these things. So I've literally only got 3 of those. Okay. That was so anticlimactic. How much of these are we needing? I've immediately forgotten. Only 4. So 2 nuggets. And 4 of any sort of petal. I got lots of. That looks like it's the black. Oh, no. I'm not taking stacks of black. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's see if I can work out how to do this now. So if I put one of them there, I put one of them there. I think I need to put it above you somehow. Let me do a bit of sneaky building to do I have to go up another one? Can I? Does that not work? Have I basically been lied to here? Spark. Yep. With that, and I can't. Oh. Oh yeah, but I've placed it on the table. That's not what I wanted. I guess this is not going to work. At least not the way I'm intending it to work. I need that wand thing, don't I? What did it say? Sneak right click with a wand of the forest. I should have known to have my wand of the forest with me when doing Britannia things. There. Of course, now I can see things I couldn't see before. Let me try putting it down again now that I've got the wands. There we go. Okay. So that's filling out the mana pool. Can I just redirect you to there? Yeah, like you shoot that way. That's fine. I have no idea on how to tell how much money you've got. That's a complete mystery. There you go. Drops that. Something lights up. Sends mana to you. And you spread the mana to you. Lovely. Okay, well then let's just go with this. So, what were we trying to make? The pity machine frame. Let's just ignore sparks. Yeah, that was just me trying to be fancy, and the whole thing backfiring. This is what happens when I try a mod having never tried it before. You'd think by now I would have tried Britannia, but surprisingly I just haven't really. So it was 4 oak logs, 4 iron, a block of redstone. How's that going? Look at that, 227k, and still going up. It's crazy. Okay. 4 of those. 4 of those. 1 of those. There you go. So it doesn't need to be in order. It just has to all be on there. It shows that it can make the pity machine frame. This is where I'm going to need to read the book again to work out how to actually use a runic altar properly. Oops. So, runic altar. Actually, there was a thing I could do. Was it? Yeah, it was that. There. So whereabouts is this? It's just not going to show me. But I can just do that. Great. Okay. So, runic altar requires a firm grasp on the concepts of mana manipulation to use. Huh. I read through the important entries, those in italics, in that section of Lexicotana might prove useful. Of the mana manipulation section, those sections in italics. Mana pool sparks, yeah. No, well, that's fine. I can work with this. Ah, there it is, runic altar, right there. To use a runic altar, start by, placing the stuff. The components you want. Components of the rune you want to create upon the altar. Yes, that's fine. Point a mana spreader with a supply of mana at the altar and let the mana flow. Yeah. Show you the progress of the transfer. It should be apparent when the altar receives enough mana. When that happens, just drop or right click a piece of living rock. On the altar. Then use the wand to collect your rune. Okay, so living rock is the actual thing. Yeah, and then it goes through and talks about all the runes. Okay, so this just requires heaps of mana. So I'm just going to have to load that up. I'm going to need living rock to actually collect the thing off of it. Let me get a load of coal. There we go, look at that. Okay, and that should keep everything going for ages. And that's got that all full. Loads of mana, it's beaming mana there. The actual flowers are not filling up. That's good. Right, so at some point that's going to be ready to go. And we just right click on that with that. But it's got to be ready. So we have to just get loads of mana to it. This feels like it's going to be a nightmare to make. How many of these P machine frames do we actually need? We were trying to make what was it called? Yeah, we're heading towards the plant gatherer and plant sower. So each of those needs a pity machine frame. But in order to get the plastic, we will require a latex processing unit, which is a pity machine frame. So I'm only going to need to make like maybe 3 of these, I think. And then we'd be good to go. That seems about right. So that much mana. That's what this is going to take. It seems like a lot, because when you look at how much I've got there. Maybe it would be easier to just point this thing at this. While we wait, let me just read up on transferring mana around the place. On mana manipulation. So the mana spreader, we know all about that. This block shoots mana from point A to point B. Place, yep. 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 We know that. Holding one of the forests. Yep. Ooh. Hovering over a mana spread. Let's start. The sparkles show where mana loss begins to occur. I don't think I've ever encountered mana loss. Fair enough. That's all still going to cook away nicely. Okay, fair enough. As long as the target of the mana spreader can accept mana, that is, contain mana isn't full, the spreader will repeatedly fire mana bursts which travel to the destination and transfer mana to it. On the last range, its target for the mana spreader. Mana last after. Okay, yeah, so it's just like redstone wires that can only travel a certain number of blocks. Leading onto a spreader will pause its firing bursts. The fire. Yep, pulse mana spreader is recommended for those. Fires upon a redstone signal in lieu of a target. Yep. Mana spreader. So wool will sleeve it. Ah. It'll look fancier. Muffle the sound when a burst is shot. Empty hand will remove the sleeve. That's kind of nice. Okay, so that's all about mana spreaders. The mana tablet. These are getting stuff around. The mana tablet is a portable item. Oh, of course. You can draw from it for their own use, making it an essential tool. Tossing a tablet into a mana pool will allow the flow of mana between them. Right clicking while using dispenser on the mana pool with a wand of the forest will change which way the mana will flow. Okay, so shift right clicking the mana pool, unlike normal items, however, tablets never despawn. Yeah. Well, that's quite easy. Sadly, it doesn't have Wi-Fi. Yep, so mana tablet, so it's like a little handheld mana battery, mana storage. Yeah. Can I use that to get a load of mana into here, though? So mana star. Next to the mana pool will have the flower shine red if there's loss, or blue if there's profit. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. And then all sorts of things. Mana splitter, mana void, mana rails. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, I feel like I haven't learned anything I didn't already know from reading that. That is still not ready, apparently. And either that's gobbled up all that coal, or it's all despawned, one way or another. Tell you what I'm going to do, though. Do that for a sec. Just to get that to fill that up a bit more. Also, have a little play around with this. I'm going to knock down that dirt, because that served no purpose in the end. Oh, yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. Just wanted to, yeah, be able to do that, which would create the recipe if it were ready to do so. That is still shooting mana, still full of mana from the flowers and everything. No flowers particularly want to pick up that wood for some reason. Let's talk mana tablet. Let's get another diamond. Just chuck it in the mana pool. Oh, missed. There we go. Okay, mana tablet. Let's do the same here. Let's... There we go. Mana goes from the pool into the tablet. Great. Right. So, can I... does that just magically give it mana? I feel like it's not going to. Which is kind of a pain. Okay, let's empty that back out. I feel like that got me nowhere. Let's empty mana tablet now. Is it just me or... Oh, look at that. I was going to say, is it just me or was it not doing that before? Not pulsing like that. Also, I've just seen, looking at that, the output recipe, it's like 3/4 coloured and 1/4 green. It's actually showing me the progress of mana, which is good because that's exactly what I wanted to know. Let me get a whole more charcoal. I'm assuming charcoal is the best way to do this. And by charcoal, I mean blocks of coal. I'm assuming blocks of coal are the best way to do this. Whoops. Don't gobble that up. Oh, is it going around that way? Oh, it is. It's going around the other way. Ah, that's a bit awkward. Okay, well at least I can see a progress meter on it now. That's a lot better than before. There we go. That's coming along now. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. I almost want to review the footage and see if I can see what I saw before. That seems a little bit more obvious now, all of a sudden. It also makes me wonder whether or not the recipe was actually complete before, and I just hadn't noticed. Alright, it's nearly all the way around. Tiny sliver left at the top. There. That. So, that. And that. Right click with an empty hand to add back the last recipe. Right click with an empty hand. Okay, well, let's do this a couple more times. Bam. 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 That's way more than necessary. It's forgotten me now. It took too long. 4 of that. 4 of that. 1 of that. And coal time. So I think the issue is there's something on the pressure plate. That's the source of the problem, right? So I've got to actually lock this. That's what's been stopping this, having something on the pressure plate. Has been locking the hopper, but also locking the mana spreader, which is a significant flaw in what's happening here. So redstone torch, well, I say redstone torch, but what about this? Surely that'll work. There we go. That's better. Put them in there. Yep. I can just slowly fill up now. And let's just drop a bunch more of these around the place. There we go. Don't know how much of those you need and how long it's going to take before they despawn, but excuse me. That's okay. We're just going to make a couple more of these. But that quest is done. Which means industrial foregoing, P machine frame, bam. With Extractor, mob slaughter factory. So, industrial foregoing manual. Guess we've got a bit more light reading to do. Oh wow, that's actually getting there. Yeah. Very similar to the Britannia book, isn't it? You need to automate all the things. Alright. Basics. Generates tools, transport resource. So basics, yeah. Fluid extractor. Latex processing unit, plastic items, dissolution chambers. Yep, that is correct. That is the basic stuff. Fluid extractor. Latex processing unit into dissolution chamber. Yeah. So, fluid extractor, of course, requires pity machine frame. Latex processing unit requires pity machine frame. So I should know. every single one of these is going to need one. Dissolution Chamber. P machine frame. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the name of the game here. Make a small handful of these. Let me just do that for now. Do that. Do that. And we do that. There we go. And it just keeps going. Right. Perfect. Let's just tidy that up like that. There we go. So the fluid extractor extract latex from wood. Placed from the machine can be used to extract from the same log at the same time. The log once consumed, it will remove the bark or replace it with a structure variant. Once that gets consumed, it will disappear. Yeah. So, fluid extractor. Yep. So that's what we were looking at before. So that's it, sucking all the latex out of things. That's fair. And apparently, yep, our oak and our birch are actually quite low latex productions. Acacia, for whatever reason, is the higher one. So we could just get a bunch of acacia on the go, just to kind of help that along. But that's the story with the fluid extractor. The latex processing unit. Okay, yeah. Produce one tiny dry rubber. Latex as a fluid, yes. Plastic. Yep. Cook it and that gets you to plastic. Yeah, add-ons, right, yes. Increase the range of machines that have a working area. Speed add-ons increases how much the progress bar advances by every tick. Decreases the amount of ticks needed to complete an operation. So, yep. There we go, and just keep going. We'll stand here and read and make pity machine frames. You know, there's 3. And the Dissolution Chamber. Used to craft materials using up to 8 items and or 1 fluid. Can produce items or fluids, right. All recipes are shapeless. Yes, so that's the Dissolution Chamber. And yeah, we started looking at its recipes. It's used to make loads of things. Of course, to make all the add-ons, which itself requires latex. So I feel like we need to be getting a lot of latex, having a lot of fluid extractors going for a while. Advanced machine frames, simple machine frames, yeah. Okay, so we can turn pity machine frames into simple machine frames into advanced machine frames for making, yeah, fancier things. Wow, yep. Supreme machine frames. Supreme black hole tank. Ooh, nether star mycelial generator. Ooh. That sounds like it's going to generate something from nether stars, which is good considering the amount of nether stars we have. Mycelial reactor. Ether gas. Oh dear. That's a rabbit hole I didn't want to go down. Yep, okay, so the dissolution chamber is super important for just about everything. Ah, bottles of enchanting. Oh, infinity drill with pink slime. Wow. All manner of things. That sounds like that stopped. It has. Let's not just waste time. We need to keep them moving. Yes, I was in the middle of looking at recipes of this. Is what I was casually working through. Oh, here's how we make storage housing. Yeah, honey. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, infinity backpack. Dark glass. Mechanical dirt. Great, yeah. So the dissolution chamber basically makes lots of things and is kind of important. So we need to go through those quests to get to the dissolution chamber. And after that, that's when we need to start thinking about heading into the actual plant things. So this chunk over here should start setting some of this going. So we need to start using some of these pity machine frames to actually do some of these things. So we need to make fluid extractor. Okay, so that's going to take 2 gold, 4 iron, and we've actually got to make a piston. Pretty sure I've got 3 wood just sitting around somewhere. Yep. Actually, I've got a piston sitting around somewhere. No. It's hoppers and droppers and various things I've got sitting around. That's alright. I've also got a redstone dust. And a heap of iron. So 2 gold. Just 2 gold, please. I've already forgotten. Yeah, so I've got to make the piston, really. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's not quite done. And it's because that has stopped doing stuff. Yep. Just feed them back up a bit. Fluid extractor. Power optional. Interesting. So, you do actually require power. Looks at that. So, I really should run a cable across, or at least have you closer to a cable. And of course you're facing the wrong way now. Okay. 2, 3. 3 more of that hardened energy cable. Look at that. 3 is exactly what I have. Which is sort of good and sort of not. There we go. Okay, you're full of power. Not hovering with a tank. Okay, so let us put say just a log in front of you and see what happens. Yeah. Good extractor. Great. Show working area. So can I give you a range add-on then and all this sort of stuff and upgrades and things? Because I feel like that would be quite handy then, just to get latex faster. So let me do something crazy and just look at these add-ons. So, your basic range add-on. Yep, so Dissolution Chamber, which we're going to make pretty soon, but that itself already requires 2 plastic, which itself requires 18 tiny dry rubbers. Which is just 1,800 latex. It's going to take time, but it'll work. We can get a range add-on, and that requires latex, or we can get efficiency or speed add-ons. Of course, they also require latex. But if a range add-on works, then that's actually, significantly faster? Really? Put buckets in here, show working area. Yeah, the fact that it's got that as show and hide working area makes me feel like it can take a range add-on. Yeah. So we should start heading towards Dissolution Chamber. Okay, we're getting there. We've got 5 penny machine frames. That is done. The latex processing unit. Oh, that requires a bucket of latex. Yeah, okay. As well as a bucket of water. I've got the bucket of water. But for a bucket of latex, oh well, we're nearly there, really. Although I will go to the trouble of getting some faster wood. So it was acacia sapling, I do believe. Question is, do I have that? Is that a thing I have? I feel like I must. Jungle fern, dark oak, carrot, cactus, birch, acacia. Okay, and then we just play with this, and I don't suppose. No, I was going to say it'd be too much to hope for to actually have a crook, but that's fine. Just make a crook. There we go. Trying to remember, what did I even come back here for? Oh yeah, that's right. Well, we can make ourselves a furnace. We've got all the rest of that on us. Oh wow, that was a bit taller than I was expecting. Okay, and of course I've got a bunch of silkworms, which I don't really care about. I'm going to throw the crook off the edge like that. Whee! Okay, but that's got me acacia logs, so it's gone up by its 2 at a time. If I just take that log and put that there, 6 at a time, 4 at a time, 4. Is that quicker or not? It takes 2 seconds to process that. Did I just do that for nothing? No, it still takes 2 seconds to process that. Oh, and of course I've just put the same log back down. I'm wondering why nothing's changing. Got to put the acacia log back down. There we go. So it still takes 2 seconds to process, and it's theoretically going at twice the speed. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to keep making these, just because I feel like I could do with more of them. Because I could make more fluid extractors and put them around here, and get more of this on the go. I feel like that's probably important. Yeah, I'm going to be able to put a bucket in there. Okay. So once that's ready, that will get me my bucket of latex. I should make a couple more of these hardened energy cables, just for spreading that power around a bit more. Because I got the basic and I got the starter. Use that to make these hardened ones. I mean, I could just, well, yeah, I could just stick these basic ones on. It's not the best, but it does the job. Oh, or can I? Can't I? Apparently I can't. It's a real question. Can I pull power out of that? And I doubt it. The answer is I very much doubt it. So, looks like there's no cheating. I actually am going to have to turn that into the real thing. Which means for every one I use, I need 3 of the horizontal stuff. And what were those hardened capacitors coming out of? The basic capacitor large, 4 dielectric paste, and 4. Yep. And how did I make them? Yeah, okay, so dielectric paste, energized steel. You just go for it. Alright. Okay. Get a heap of them. I feel like I've just run myself out of dielectric paste. It's unfortunate. Okay, is that phantoms? Yep. I mean, it has been a while since I slept. And I'll show you guys. I mean, I do have a good sword. If anyone wants to come back, I will take a chop. Hello? No, you're just all going to burn up in the skies. That's fine. If anyone particularly wants to drop any phantom membranes, I mean, I don't think you will. But... 18 cables. Alright, now we just try and put everything back. Alright, I think that's good. This thing will be ready with another P machine frame, so let's... Oh, it's not! Because our mana production stopped. Sounds like we have a visitor. That is all the coal. That's fine. Cables. We have a bucket of latex. And it's still going. Nice. Okay. Oops. Picked a few up on my way past. So we were using that to make latex processing unit. Bucket of water and then just spare bucket. And of course I have loads of buckets. I should have known that. Okay, so latex processing unit, what's your story? Yep, you want power and all sorts of stuff. Latex, water. So latex goes in there, water goes in there. Bam. Bam, bam. You have a tiny bit of water. You could do with a tank though. Aha. Okay, let's do this properly then. So that's filling up with latex. Now, can we get a few more fluid extractors going here? So that's fine. I can handle that. Just requires 3 wood. So there's 4 more fluid extractors. This will be ready. Perfect. Just get a bit more cobble. Just check how some of this is going. It's slowly getting there. We're into the 7.5. I think it was gold was the highest one. So, I mean, lapis is clearly done. 279k, look at that. So, I think redstone's the next one to send through. Not that we've got the inventory space to be doing this right now. But we can at least try a little bit. Okay. That at least gets a little bit of that on the go. Because we've only got, what, 50,000 redstone dust there. Could do with getting that up at lapis levels. Okay, another one through. I feel like I'm taking this crafting bench with me. Rather than constantly just walking back to that hex there. Might as well stand here and do this. A whole lot simpler. So, I'm going to make a few more of those. And let's see, what are we missing? Oh, of course, pistons. And we're missing the redstone. Alright, thank you everyone. Just saying hi to Skeevers. She's just walked inside. What are we short? Redstone. Well, that's not a problem. We've got redstone blocks in the inventory. Okay, there's the 4 pistons. There's 4 more of those. Bam, bam, whoop. I was getting ready for a quad bam. Bam, 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 bam. Right. All travelling away nicely. That one's just about full, which means it's a slight race against the clock now. Chunk, 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 chunk. There we are. No need to make range add-ons or anything. Just make 5 of them. What we need now is to be able to pipe these into a quantum tank. So just like this setup, quantum tank. So fluid, no, that's item. Fluid cable, the wrench, and we need to make another quantum tank, which, if I go by memory, it's just 3 buckets and 6 iron, right? 3 buckets and 6 iron. Bam, would you look at that? Kind of impressed I actually remembered that. So let's chuck a quantum tank here. Let us put the fluid cables like that. Let us set all of these to extract and see if that works. That. Perfect. So all the latex coming out of these and going straight into this one. So if we look at that, yeah. takes a little bit, but that fills up with latex. Why is it? Oh, does it not live update? Yeah, it doesn't live update when I look at it. It does when I sort of do that, sort of read the bit at the top. .4 buckets, come on for the 1.5. I mean, yeah. That's going nicely. And that has stopped because the coal has run out. That's okay, that's okay. Let's put some of that back there. We should go get more coal just to keep that going, seeing as though it's been doing such a nice job for us. Might as well keep it moving. Interestingly, how is this going? It's not actually that badly clogged. Okay, that's coming along there. So, that's doing its magic. That's filling up with latex. Right, so what we want to do now is look at the latex processing unit. Right. Which requires power, water, and latex, and outputs. Alright, so I need to pipe latex from there into there. So, well, I can already do that. That's something we can just do with what we've got. There, that's filling up with latex. And water. For that, I'm going to steal this sink. Since we hardly use that pedal apothecary anymore now. If we need it, we can always put another sink back there. There we go. Kitchen sink. And extract. So you are full of water, and you're just going to make latex. Just like that. Perfect. That must be ready. Yep. Great. So, next in the chain of things is the Dissolution Chamber. And that requires 2 plastics, so that's where we needed 18 of these tiny dry rubbers. It does also require a diamond gear, which is 4 diamonds going through the metal press mold with a gear thing in it. Now, that's a plate press at the moment, right? So what I want to do is make a gear press there. So we need the metal press molds, 3 steel plates and stuff. So metal press molds is that one. 3 steel plate and the wire cutters. What I will also do is I will also just make a chest real quick. I was going to say grab a chest, but there we are. Just because I've seen it done, so I'm going to assume it works. Not like that. Like that. That just pushes stuff into the chest. Let me see what happens if I just... I mean, I'll soon find out when it actually produces something as to whether that really does go in the chest. But we need some steel plates and the engineer cuttery things. Where would they be? I'm saying this like I've used them before, but maybe I never have. Right, these engineer wire cutters, together with 3 steel plates. I don't think I've ever made this. Ah, 2 sticks and an ingot. Okay. Unless it's in here. Nope. Not you. And was it 3 steel plates? Ah, which is 3 steel ingots back in that well, that's black iron. 3 steel ingots going through the mold press. You're steel, aren't you? Okay, 3 steel ingots. Bam, bam, bam. And we need the mold press in there. Yeah, look at that. They just go into the chest. Perfect. Okay. Oops, that's not at all what I wanted in there. Gear 1. Okay, it uses up a little bit of the wire cutters. That's to be expected. 4 diamonds to make the diamond gear. We only wanted 1. That's fine. 4 diamonds. I'm sure that redstone's done now. That's 80,000. Clonk. Diamond gear. Nice. Okay. I'll send this through with another one. Continuing to send mana through. Aha! So that's doing nothing now. Yep. Actually, I shouldn't have said it's doing nothing. I can't tell it's doing anything because it's automatically just going to here. Didn't even think of that. And of course, that's just automatically processing it. As soon as there's enough to make anything, it just makes it. So I might want to maybe consider disconnecting that. Just let that fill up for a bit. It says 44 tone dry rubber there. What am I doing? 32. Okay. I'm going to go get that cooking. No. What am I doing? It's 36. Oops. Also sounds like the coal chomping has finished. Yeah, of course. I'm forgetting what the sequence is here. There we go. That will have instantly made the rubber. Oh. Just give it a little moment. Excuse me, pause for a quick drink. Okay, we have the rubber. Yeah. So, as that continues along its way, we are working towards the dissolution chamber. So we just need a chest, 2 buckets, and 2 gold ingots. Easy done. There's a chest. There's 2 buckets. And 2 gold ingots it was. 1, 2. 1, 2. Bam. Done. So that's got that quest complete, and that's opened up our efficiency upgrades and things. So, Dissolution Chamber. Right. Now, here's the real question. We'll be able to play both with power and latex. It's quite a conundrum there. Because of course, the very first thing I want to be thinking about making are the add-ons. Like speed and efficiency things. Loads more diamond gears, sure. But that requires 1,000 millibuckets of latex for each add-on. That's why I stopped this. I knew there was a reason I stopped this. Yeah, here it is. So our latex will just keep backing up now. Good. So, this can hold a load of liquid input, fluid input, output, fluid output. Yeah. What do we got? We got loads of cable. Let me move this somewhere. And I sort of guess move that somewhere too. Okay, let's see. Each of the two sides of this can be set to be extracting separately into one machine or another, right? We have the Dissolution Chamber, and we can have the Latex Processing Unit. Okay, so we can set this to extract into that one. That's going to fill up with latex. This one needs to just always have water going into it, regardless. So I can just put that sink there. Oops. Yeah, that works. Splash, splash, splash. If I set you to extract, are you going to do something weird with the quantum tank? No, you're not, which is good. So that's just full of water now. And that is just slowly filling with latex. Perfect. We just have to run cable around, but I think this is ready. Which means I should probably throw a bit more of this down. Alright, yep. Box inputs. So you need power. So do you. So I should run power underneath this sort of queue here. Easiest way to do this. I mean, I could run it over the top. That is another valid way to just do this. There we go. A little bit of a mess, but it gets the job done. Okay, you have power, you have latex. Okay, this is coming along nicely. Just pause for another quick drink. Okay, and if we're making efficiency tier 2s and speed tier 2s, each one of these needs diamond gears. So I should just get a bunch of diamond gears on the go. 4 diamonds makes a diamond gear, so 8 diamonds. So let's just put a stack of diamonds in there. See what happens. Load up on the diamond gears. Yep. That's fine. We're also looking for redstone dust. That's fine. We've got loads of that. Glass panes. Got 8 tiny dry rubbers on me. How have I managed that? Oh, because when I broke that. Yeah, they've got to sit somewhere. Well, that's 16 diamond, yes. And we're also needing sugar and blaze rods. Well, sugar's just sugar cane. There's a stack of, that's 2 stacks. There's 1 stack of blaze rods. Sugar cane. There we go, and there's 16 sugar. Not that, that. I'm gonna make some more living rocks soon. And there's a pure daisy. What is it? Living rock is stone. And a pure daisy. So let's get ourselves 8 stone. Yep. Now in the Dissolution Chamber, speed T2, efficiency T2. Let's go speed. So I need redstone dust, glass pane, diamond gear, and sugar. Stone dust, glass pane, diamond gear, and sugar. Uh-huh. I can use it in itself to speed this up a bit. I'm just playing around with this locking and unlocking of inputs to see what this actually is doing for me. Nice. That's what I was hoping it would do. Okay, so I can't put more in the same machine. That's fair. So that should be coming through a lot quicker now. Really, I should put that in the third one. Once it gets over 1,000, we do another one. Goes to the fourth one. Perfect. And once we've got 1,000 in there, that'll make us a 5th one to go there. Then we start making efficiency upgrades for them. This is all sorted. There we go. Refilled on those. Great. I mean, I can probably stop making pity machine frames after these ones run out of mana, really. So I don't know how many more I'm going to need, honestly. But now that we've got the Dissolution Chamber, and of course, I should make some tier 1 ones for the sake of the quests, but, you know, it's hardly worth it. So I won't, which is a bit silly. But now that I've got that, now it's actually time to start thinking about the plant stuff. Plant gatherer. Plant sower. So I could have already done this with the plastic I've got. Right, I've got 2 plastic. But we want to be able to get these add-ons made. That's really what's going on here. Gold gear, iron gear. So that's 8 gold, 8 iron. Let me put the 8 iron on here. That did not work at all. You get 8 gold. I feel like the inventory's getting a little bit full. Ah, nice. Let's unlock that recipe now. So that's the last speed upgrade, I believe. Yep. So now we need the efficiency upgrades. So that's the redstone dust, the glass pane, the diamond gear, and the blaze rods instead. So redstone dust, glass panes, diamond gear, and the blaze rods. We'll lock that one. Okay, efficiency. So that's just made that faster. Again. But not by a lot, but slightly faster. I think what it's done is instead of taking 40 progress, it takes 36. That's what that's done. Or 30.